Turn right onto Sentier du Blanc Nez, then arrive at your destination.
You can call me Chris.
As we arrived in France and the car engine came to a stop, I felt an overwhelming sense of excitement. This was finally happening. And my gratitude for everybody who was there was just beyond words.
First day shooting at the cliffs in France was probably the most chill first day on set that I've ever had in my life. And I think that was designed that way, and I'm grateful it was designed that way because it was a great way for a lot of us to kind of just like get together, get to know each other a little bit. And even though the full crew wasn't there, there was enough of us to be there just to kind of get a feeling of how we all worked together. Documentary. His name's Chris, but his new name in this film is Krusty.
Yeah.
So from now on, Krusty. Coming from America, I wanted to bring somebody that I really trusted onto this project, and I ended up bringing Chris, my first AC. He's from Los Angeles. He has worked on a plethora of projects, and I knew that as a first AC, it's someone that I could trust.
I don't think I ever been on a project where it was like, okay, that's the starting time, and even with that location being that difficult, it went so smoothly, and I thought, wow, this is teamwork.
I really was impressed of the professional way of working. It was like, wow, everything was so well organized. It was like we were with this team and everything felt so good. And the complete vibe was amazing. And you could feel immediately like, okay, this is a special movie. This won't be something like you have seen before.
It was also very interesting to shoot on a place like that, and sometimes a little scary, like on the edge of a cliff. It was scary sometimes.
That was definitely one of the most unique shots that I've done.
Okay, thank you for doing this.
All right.
I was really
The scouting for each set and each day was done so well and with so much purpose that when you got there, you felt the script coming to life the second you stepped out of the car, because this was Charlotte's vision from the beginning when she described the scene, when she tried to explain some of the places they were looking at, and this was it. This was, if you closed your eyes and read that part of the script, this is what you envisioned. And I'm not afraid of heights. However, being at this cliff top made me want to find a deeper, harder meaning to the text.
The first day is very important for a first AD, because what you do is you're going to manage and coordinate. The first thing when you come on set as a first AD is you set the pace and you make sure everyone gets along with that pace and everyone is following your rhythm, because if you don't do that in the first day, people are going to make their own rhythm and then you get chaos. And I was very happy that Charlotte really understood this, and on set she was really a director who consistently was with me in this rhythm, and that's a gift as a first AD, to have such a director, because you don't want your director to be surprised. You don't want to say in prep to your director, oh, you will have a lot of time, and then you come on set and then you're like this, and then you try to get this director in this certain rhythm, and she will be like, what's going on? You know, I didn't prepare for this. But Charlotte was very much prepared, and I knew that when I saw her in the prep making doing her production, and she had all these checklists and she was very consistently checking every box, and I knew, okay, this is a director who will do the same on set, which is nice to have when you're on such a tight schedule.
Charlotte has a vision. And that's something I felt immediately when I came on the set. It was really impressive to see the way she's working. She knows what she wants, and you can feel it. The way she's talking to Brienne, and for me it was like, wow.
So first down, and then it's like...
This is only the first day, and I was blown away. And honestly, I have seen many things in my life, and this is like, wow, if this is her first time doing something like this, she's just doing it, so that's promising.
Cut. That was super good. The last one, love the last one.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a huge fan of shooting on location because it allows you to fully absorb and harness the energy of the space. And after months of preparation and seeing everything come to life, it was just exhilarating. And when Lily, or amazing second AC, when she handed me my monitor and I saw the frame for the first time, it was a very surreal moment because it was exactly how I had envisioned the scene. So yeah, to this day, I'm still in awe of how Carlo captured my vision and truly understood how I wanted to tell the story.
And then she falls out of frame. Perfect. Close up as well.
Right. So basically same thing, 2 times wider.
One wide, one tight.
One tight.
Yeah, it's gonna be
cut
super
in
naughty
the
when I brush
cut
it
to black with the...
But we got really lucky with the cloud coverage. Part of what Charlotte and I wanted for the look of that was this kind of like gloomy, hazy, dark-ish, like blue hour almost vibe, and it would be really tough to do that if the sun was, blaring. And also the LUT that we got from the colorist, I got to see what that looked like in action, in person with the actor. And once she stepped into frame for the first time, the first composition, I was like, oh, this is exactly what it's going to look like.
Brienne and I had discussed Mind of Thoughts and her role as Elle for so long, and when she finally stepped in front of the camera, it was just nothing short of magical. She grasped all my notes and just immediately incorporated them, making our collaboration truly, truly powerful.
I was nervous, I was excited, I had been prepping and excited for this production for so long that the first day almost seemed unreal. And being at the cliff, there was no dialogue. It was just actions, facial acting, movement, and stillness. A lot of stillness that still had to be conveyed to an audience and through a lens of a camera. And Carlo did an amazing job to grasp exactly what was happening in Elle's head with very minimal set, with minimal acting and movement.
During prep, Carlo and we talked a lot about the movement of the camera in this scene. If it was necessary that the camera moved, if this was something that basically elevated the scene. But we then decided on getting more static shots, as Elle is incredibly stuck in her head. So that's why most of these shots are static.
When I first read the script, you of course have like a visual idea of how you see the characters. And I think the most perfect casting I ever saw was Brienne.
She came on set and she became that person. So I believed it from the first moment till the last moment. Like even with the final scene, I even had tears in my eyes because I believed it.
We're rolling.
She really was one with Elle. I could feel that she really was a perfect person to play Elle. It was really like match made in heaven. I think Charlotte couldn't find a better girl to play that woman, really.
She really embodied the character, and I think she actually managed to really dig deep and get into the emotion, especially on that first day, first scene, where sometimes I can imagine it'd be very challenging as an actor to kind of just like really engulf yourself in that character on the first day. But I know that her and Charlotte have been prepping this character for over a year now. So I think the way that she delivered on that scene and then the rest of the film was phenomenal.
You could feel the acting of this inner struggle in the eyes. She was not talking, but she was acting. And I think that's very strong, when you can act an emotion without talking. So I could see in her eyes the whole story coming up, and I didn't know what was going to be following in the following scenes and everything else, but her emotions, the way her eyes were talking, for me it was really like, I was thinking at that moment, wow, how would it be myself standing there? In a certain way, it was something that was so human. So many people have thoughts they don't talk about. And I think that's a scene that takes you deeper into this reality.
Having to recite these lines in my head on the top of a cliff with, you know, Charlotte and the crew farther away to get a long shot, I was like, I am really alone in this scene. And it felt really true to have a very genuine location that you were on the cliff, on the mountaintop, overlooking something that the audience won't see but has to also envision. I couldn't have asked for a better crew to be surrounded by in that moment, because it's already intimidating enough as a new actress.
I think Charlotte did an amazing job to put everyone together. Like, every position on this film, and there were a lot, every position was filled with the right person at that time. And for her, like, people matter. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you look like, what you do even. It's like what you can and what you want to do. And if you're from Belgium or America, it doesn't matter. And she just found the perfect people.
Charlotte is really choosing those people with her heart. If she doesn't feel the connection, she will not work with those people. She needs to connect and have this connection. And if she doesn't feel it, she's not going to ask that person, even maybe if it's a better person. But if she doesn't feel the connection, she's not going to ask them.
Wat er mij wel opviel in vergelijking met andere sets was dat er heel veel eensgezindheid was.
I think the atmosphere on set was really amazing, and being in a different country, you never know what to expect working with people and crew that are, you know, not necessarily from where you are, but a lot of us shared the same experiences. A lot of us have the same mentality. A lot of us felt the same way about a lot of things, and we also got along. We had a lot of the same humor, and we were able to laugh on set. We were able to have a good time. I got along with everyone, and honestly, everyone opened themselves up to us as we were coming, and we just felt like we were, you know, one big team and one big family.
It's always nice if you can work in an environment where everybody is happy and there are no grumpy people walking around.
Being surrounded by people that are passionate, that love what they do, in a location that is gorgeous and telling a story that is going to be meaningful. So like, I think I had a moment in France where I just like stepped aside and I was like, this is the reason why I love filmmaking.
You feel that the energy fits the movie, and it's strange because the weather was perfect, everything was perfect. It was like a gift, and like this movie had to be there. It had to happen. It was, yeah, amazing.
Shooting in France at Karolien was an incredible experience for someone who's from the United States, moved to Europe and to Belgium to pursue their life in the arts. Was a dream come true.
Okay guys, it's a wrap for today. Thank you. Woo! Thank you guys.
It truly was an incredible first day, being surrounded by so many people that I love, and I'm so grateful to La Mairie d'Escale for granting us permission to shoot on the stunning cliffs of Karolien.
It must have been very overwhelming to see your house change like that.
The first time I entered the location, I thought, oh wow, who's painting here? I didn't know it was a set.
Together, we literally moved mountains.
Full crew, full set. Many people were behind camera.
When we ended the scene, Charlotte screamed, "Pop the champagne!" So